Well, hi all. Today is October 9th, 2017. Please join us in taking a look back and remembering John Lennon. Well, howdy folks. This is Rock Hard Riffs, the guitar channel for the self-taught. We also, as you can see, we do stuff about the Beatles and just other musical stuff in general. We do a lot of guitar gear review, demo, kind of stuff like that. Go over songs, music, discuss it, that kind of thing. Just no theory. So again, today is October 9th, 2017. John Lennon would be 77 today. This is always a tough part of the year for me. It's also my older brother's birthday. But we're going to go over these few things that I've laid out here for us. First, we have the Lennon Legend, an illustrated life of John Lennon. Wait till you see what's in that. I'm going to show you, of course. You're going to love it. Any Lennon fan, Beatle fan, you're just going to love it if you don't have it or if you're not familiar with it. Next is the Imagine John Lennon book. I do not have the movie, believe it or not, and I'm a huge, gigantic John Lennon fan. I've seen the movie 100 times. I have the book, I just don't have the movie. Next, we have a Life magazine edition of Remembering John Lennon at 75. That was published in 2015. That's pretty neat. The whole magazine is dedicated to John. Now, after that, we have a book called Song or Skywriting by Word of Mouth and other writings, including the Ballad of John and Yoko. So they're writings by John Lennon. So very neat. Now, I do not have a Spaniard in the works or the other book. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but I don't have those. Now, the book at the end at the far right is John Lennon, My Brother, and that was written by Julia Baird, his half-sister. That's his mother's daughter by another father. Very, very good book. I've read that several times and really, really enjoyed that book. So if you don't have these and you just love to read about John and or the Beatles, and again, if you don't have these are all great. Good reads, good stuff. Now we're going to take a look at the Lennon Legend, an illustrated life of John Lennon. Let's take a peek at that. Alright, so now we're looking at the Lennon Legend, an illustrated life of John Lennon that comes out of this encasement. They're very neat stuff. If you want to take a quick peek at that, you can pause your phone or your computer or whatever, and if you can read that, I hope you can. So take a look at that. Okay, now wait till you see the stuff that is inside this. So neat. Now here we have a CD of different interviews. So it's a piece of parchment paper there to keep that. Now here we have wax papered covered facsimiles of handwritten lyrics. So you have In My Life. Very neat, very well done. All of this Beatles stuff, they did such an awesome, incredible job with it. Here's a drawing when John was in school. John Lennon, 1952, age 11. People are playing soccer, or football as they would say. If you notice on the ref's jersey there, number 9. Number 9. Number 9. And here is John Lennon and Mimi. His aunt, of course. Looks like they're out in Arizona. Some other really cool stuff here. Look at this. These are like 1956. These are report cards. And they're aged and all to make it look so authentic. How neat is that? And here's the thing. This is one of John's little comic strips. This is the Daily Howl. Look at that. It looks like this was actually what he wrote it on. Is that not cool or what? And Paul spoke of this quite a bit, the Daily Howl. Is that neat or what? Now this whole book has all of this great stuff, this kind of great stuff in it. All kinds of great memorabilia. So Again, super neat. Oh, look at that, business cards, the Quarrymen. Look at that, skiffle. Really highly recommend getting stuff like this if you don't have things like this already. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to do a little salute to John. You know, these days it seems, if you read about John Lennon online, he's the biggest monster that ever lived. And I'll tell you what, we all live in glass houses. That means every one of you SJW people, etc., you live in the biggest glass house of all, because you're pointing your fingers, unfortunately. Now, John was human. He was not perfect. I am human. I'm not perfect. You are human. You are not perfect. I am he as you are me, and we are all together. Long live John Lennon. Thank you all for watching. This is Rock Hard Riffs, and we'll see you next video. Thank you, folks.